There's nothing quite like the dazzling burst of color from a starfire lily, also known as the blood lily, or Scadoxus multiflorus. This exotic bulb produces one of the most striking flowers you can grow, with its spherical explosion of red blooms making a dramatic statement in any garden. If you're looking for a plant that combines uniqueness with ease of care, this is it. Whether you plant it in containers or in your garden beds, the starfire lily is a must-have for any flower enthusiast. Let's dive right in and explore everything you need to know about growing starfire lilies successfully, from selecting the right bulbs to keeping them thriving year after year. The first step in growing a healthy starfire lily is choosing high-quality bulbs. Look for firm, plump bulbs that are free from mold or soft spots. Bigger bulbs typically result in stronger plants and more impressive blooms, so don't hesitate to select the largest bulbs available. Before planting, I always recommend soaking the bulbs in lukewarm water for a few hours. This helps rehydrate them and kickstarts the root development process. If your bulbs have dried out roots attached, trim them slightly to promote fresh growth once planted. Starfire lily thrives in warm, bright conditions but prefers indirect sunlight or partial shade. Too much direct sun can scorch the leaves, while too much shade may lead to weak growth and fewer blooms. If you're growing them in containers, you have the flexibility to move them around to find the perfect spot. For outdoor planting, select a well-draining location. Starfire lilies dislike standing water, so avoid low-lying areas where rainwater may accumulate. If your soil is heavy or clay-based, consider amending it with sand or compost to improve drainage. Well-draining soil is key to healthy starfire lilies. A mix of garden soil, sand, and organic compost works best to provide the right balance of nutrients and drainage. These bulbs don't like to sit in soggy conditions, so adding a layer of gravel or perlite at the bottom of the planting hole can help prevent root rot. Plant the bulbs about 2 to 3 inches deep with the pointed end facing up. Space them at least 6 to 8 inches apart to give them room to spread. If planting in containers, choose pots with drainage holes to prevent excess moisture buildup. Proper watering is essential for growing starfire lilies successfully. After planting, give the bulbs a deep watering to encourage root establishment. During the active growing season, keep the soil evenly moist but not waterlogged. Overwatering can lead to root rot, so always check that the soil is drying out slightly between waterings. Fertilizing will give your plants the nutrients they need for robust growth. A balanced liquid fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season will promote strong foliage and vibrant blooms. If you want to boost flowering, opt for a fertilizer that has a higher phosphorus content to encourage bigger, longer-lasting blooms. The highlight of growing starfire lily is its spectacular bloom. However, to ensure that your plant flowers abundantly, you'll need to mimic its natural tropical conditions. These plants need warm temperatures and consistent moisture to thrive. If they experience prolonged dry spells or cold conditions, they may skip blooming. Another important factor is allowing the foliage to mature fully after flowering. The leaves help the bulb store energy for next season's blooms, so resist the temptation to cut them back prematurely. Simply remove the spent flowers and allow the greenery to die back naturally. In warm climates, starfire lilies can stay in the ground year-round without issue. However, if you live in a cooler climate where temperatures drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll need to take extra precautions to protect your bulbs. Once the plant's foliage dies back naturally in the fall, stop watering and allow the soil to dry out. Carefully lift the bulbs and store them in a dry, cool place, such as a garage or basement. Keeping them in dry peat moss or sand helps prevent them from shriveling up during the dormant period. When spring arrives, replant them and resume regular care. One of the best things about starfire lily is that it's relatively pest-resistant. However, slugs and snails are known to target the young shoots, so using natural deterrents like crushed eggshells or diatomaceous earth around your plants can help keep them at bay. The biggest threat to these bulbs is root rot, which usually results from overwatering or poor drainage. If you notice yellowing leaves or mushy bulbs, reduce watering and check that your soil is draining properly. Avoid letting your plants sit in standing water for prolonged periods. Growing starfire lily is a highly rewarding experience. From the moment those first shoots emerge to the breathtaking bloom display, This plant is a showstopper. Whether grown in containers or garden beds, it adds an exotic and vibrant touch that never fails to impress. If you've never grown these bulbs before, now is the perfect time to give them a try. With just a little care and attention, you'll be rewarded with stunning flowers year after year. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more expert gardening tips and tutorials. Don't forget to share this with fellow gardeners so we can all enjoy the beauty of these amazing plants together.